world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
You.
What's good?
Man, what's going on?
It's already fucking lagging and shit. What's good?
What's happening, fellas?
What it do though?
What's up, Justin? What's up, J. Roman? What's up, Zach?
What's going on?
Zach, you've been doing good the last few days, man. Come on, man. Let's keep that streak going, man. Let's keep that streak going.
Are you referring to his not zagging?
Yeah,
I'm at the mercy of this shit. Dope.
He hasn't been zagging so much lately, but I
want to see it's
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, real quick, I gotta refresh my shit, but let me just plug the joint. Why establishing a sexual relationship is more than just sex. So I'm gonna refresh my shit. If you gentlemen, if y'all can go ahead and plug anything y'all got going on, let me refresh my shit.
All right. Well, guys, make sure you go to Cunningham Elements and get your soap, and also get your shea butter, and also get your fragrances. You know, we got the masculine fragrances. We got the original and we got the sport. So make sure y'all get that. Come to CunninghamElements.com, CunninghamElements.com. Anything you guys got to plug?
Nothing ready for me, but I'm still working on my book, and that should be out before the end of the year.
Okay.
So yeah, got 20 chapters in there. It's going to be probably about 400 some odd pages. So we're looking good so far, but yeah, still some work to do.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, Roman?
No, nothing for me right now. I have actually had to put some other priority things list on top, so I've been working hard on some other things, but nothing dealing with this right now.
All right. Oh, and also make sure you guys come through on the Masculine Identity membership. Lucario is going to be a guest on the Monday night Zoom call, 11 p.m. Eastern time, the Monday night masterclass. We're going to be going over the art of flirting, so make sure you guys come through. It's going to be dope. So go to masculineidentitymembership.com and join the membership so you could be a part of that conversation. Monday, 11 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Zach, you ready?
All right, we good. Everybody good to go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I do have a video, right, that I'm gonna play, and this video I've played it before, but I need to play it again because what I want guys to understand, right? Because I hear a lot of guys who they don't believe they can establish a sexual relationship or a relationship that's mainly sexual. They don't believe they can establish that with women, right? And I'm here to tell you there is no shortage of women that would be down for that. The problem is, and I want guys to understand something, for a woman to give you access to her sexually on a consistent basis without a promise of a relationship, bro, you got to have some game. Now, it's one thing for a woman to fuck you once or twice or a couple of times, but for a woman to give you consistent access to her sexually with no promise of a relationship, bro, you got to bring something other than just looking cute, right? But I want you guys' opinion, and we're gonna hop to this video.
Well, in my opinion, it has everything to do with your masculine identity, meaning, you know, the presence, the experience, the specific experience that she has when she's with you, right? Or that you design or provide. And when it's something that she realizes that she values, and then she also realizes that she can't find it anyplace else, you know, that's when she's going to be compelled to respond to it, right, and want it more and more, you know, because sometimes, you know, a woman she'll take a part of you if she can't have all of you, right? And as long as you are transparent with that from the beginning, you know, if you're honest about what the situation is, and you know, she'll understand, and she will respond to it, and she'll agree with it.
Real quick, Miles, you said some real shit. And I don't want guys to let that get past them. You said a woman taking part of you. And I've also talked about that, how when women see value in you, they would rather have a piece of you than none of you at all. Right. And this is what a lot of guys don't understand, but they can't fathom that she wants a relationship, but she is just taking this piece that I'm giving her. Yeah. Because she would rather have that than no access to you at all. Right? Which I got it.
Anybody else?
Oh no, Zay, you got a video ready?
Oh yeah. So let's hop to it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's listen to this young lady real quick.
To let the sex come first. Before we think of things to say, before we dive into our most inner thoughts, let's get the fucking out the way. See, for me, bad dick is a deal breaker. No matter if you're smart or you're fine. So before I invest my energy into you, I need to know if it's worth my time. So we might fuck soon as we meet. Once, twice, maybe 3 in a row. Then if that chemistry is there, we can begin to get to know. Because the pressure of leading up to the physical is something that I can't take. In the past, I done made the mistake of investing in men that can't make me shake. So I need to know if my body can fuck with you. Before you're introduced to my spirit, because if you want to talk after you failed to make me come, I ain't even trying to hear it. See, with most women, they pussy is they only possession. They make men work before they lay, be selective of who they let touch their bodies, but then give their hearts away. My prized possession is my energy too. This vibe is rare to find, so you can penetrate my body before you get into this mind. And the best things about me have nothing to do with the things that I can do with the bed. I might let you get into my drawers, but never let you get into this head. Plus, I've seen it too many times, these women that want to make men wait, thinking that playing a good girl role will somehow guarantee their fate. And then once he get what he want, he going like a thief in the night. And your asses be DMing me crying, talking about, Kara, I did everything right. As women, we make sex this huge ordeal when that's not always the case. Because sometimes it is about starting the future, but sometimes it's just about riding his face. And if you get sex out the way early on and he doesn't ghost or get distant, that means he wasn't just trying to use you for sex. He might actually be consistent. Because if you fuck him and he changes up, then you know what he was there for. But if he stays around, then it's possible that it could mean something more. But someone told me I have to be very careful with who I let in between my thighs, because it's never solely physical when you factor in them soul ties. But here's the thing. Regardless of what you've been led to believe when it comes to men, they don't automatically get access to your soul. You have to invite them in. So I could fuck you till the sun comes up and let you into deep in my lady parts, but having access to this pussy don't give you access to this heart. And I'm not trying to minimize the power of that physical connection, but I'm also not about to act like giving him your heart is the same as giving him an erection, because this perception of equating love to sex is a mentality that is dated. Yes, we've tied the two together, but they're not naturally related. See, someone could love you from the best parts of their soul and never want to lay you down. And a man can want to do all kinds of nasty shit to you and not want you to stay around. So this idea that sex has to be something special is a rule that I can't fathom, because sometimes I want the love, but other times I just want to orgasm. And that doesn't make me heartless, nor do I think guys are only good for sex. I just don't put too much pressure on that part. I'm more concerned with what comes next. So here's to the grown-ups doing grown-up things. Everybody can't relate, but if you're single and you're open-minded, I'm down to fuck on the first date.
Well,
yeah, go ahead. Let me say this real quick. Let me just say, I'm gonna let you get into it, Miles. Now, the only reason I played that, right, from my perspective, the only reason, and I know you guys gonna have your opinion, the only reason I played it was because I want guys to understand there's a lot of women out here that view it just like her.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So for all you guys that are concerned, oh, I got to give her extra shit just to have access to the sex, and then you get the drama, right? No, there's a way that you do things. And I'm going to get into the structure of it all in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and let these fellas flow. Go ahead, Miles.
I mean, the first thing is it's a woman talking, so, you can't take it too seriously.
Exactly.
There may be some relevance to what she's saying. Again, it's still, we're still looking at like the elusiveness of attraction, right? And when I say elusiveness, what I mean is she's not gonna be attracted to every dude. So she'll talk all that shit. So, I mean, don't think that, oh, you down to fuck on the first date? Me too. Let's do it. No, it's like, don't just think because she just gave a whole speech or a poem about fucking on the first date and being open-minded about sex means she gonna be open-minded with every dude she meets. So, because again, when women talk, if she's talking something negative, she's talking about guys that she's not attracted to. And when she's talking something positive, she's talking about guys that she's attracted to. And guess what? It's a hit and a miss you know, with all different types of guys depending on her type. You get what I'm saying? So don't take none of that shit too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. I mean, it's a nice, entertaining poem, and that's really as far as it goes. Other than that, you still gotta shoot your shot, make your approach, and see what happens. There's no guarantees in none of this. But with all that being said, what I think what we can take away from it is that, it's like you said, Kay, that yes, there are some women that, as long as you're not cool, as long as you're cool, and as long as you're not making it awkward, and as long as you're not over here belly aching about her body count and making a big deal about sex in general. Like, it doesn't have to be a big deal if you don't make it a big deal. You get what I'm saying? If you understand just, enjoying yourself, having responsible, safe sex and doing your thing and not being so judgmental, like I said, about body counts and all that other shit, then, there are women out there that it makes sense and that type of situation can happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a good poem.
Yeah.
I'll give her that. But what came to mind is my own experience is that it's very difficult for a woman to separate her sexuality from everything else. From my experience, her mind, her heart, her spirit, and her body are all intertwined. Men, on the other hand, I think have an ability to compartmentalize things. And I think this has to do with our different types of mating strategies, the reasons we can separate these things because, like, we've had to go to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be able to cut shit off in our minds to separate things, right? So we can survive better. But they're integrated because they are a part of them has to do with raising children, and they have to be integrated, right? So the only women that I've found who have been able to compartmentalize the way we do are women who are really fucked up mentally. Like they've gone through like a lot of trauma, a lot of fucked up sexual experiences, a lot of fucked up behavioral and familial experiences, and those are the only ones that can really compartmentalize shit. So I think kind of what she's saying is a little bit bullshit, unless it's just from her particular individual perspective, right? And maybe she can compartmentalize.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? The other thing that came to mind was, that's nice and all what she was saying, but does that work out after 10 guys, 20 guys, 30 guys, 50 guys? Like, how long does that go where you're like, I'm just having sex where it's not affecting you anymore? You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Like,
real quick.
Are you cool like that after 50 dudes, 60 dudes? You know what I'm saying? I doubt it.
I wanted, this is what I wanted to say. And that's another reason why I played the video, because I knew I was going to get that. And this is why it's important. Real quick, J. Roman, I'm going to let you jump in real quick. This is why I say why establishing a sexual relationship is more than just sex, because women's emotions will always creep in. That's why it's, because here's the thing, real quick, J. Roman,
especially if she likes you.
What guys don't understand is, and this is why I say a woman fucking you once or twice, that's not a big deal. But a woman, for a woman to continue to allow you access to her sexually over an extended period of time where you're fucking her, it's just a matter of time before feelings, somebody or both people, right? Feelings start to creep in. So there's a responsibility, and Miles, you alluded to it earlier. There's a responsibility that comes with having sex. This is why teenagers having sex is not a good idea, right? But I mean, it's going to continue to happen because of the immaturity level. So there's a responsibility. So when I say that, if you're a guy and you're dealing with a woman, and we talk about managing women, but I also talk about mitigating emotions, because a woman's emotions, and Mr. Justin, you alluded to it, it's inevitable because it's tethered. It's inevitable for a woman to be around you, even if it's just 2 or 3 times a month. If she likes you, not only sexually, but beyond that, feelings will inevitably creep in, and they will come into the equation, and you're going to have to deal with that. And what a lot of guys don't understand when we talk about leadership and having a masculine identity, Miles, part of that is you have to manage and mitigate the emotions of a woman. So when we say why establishing a sexual relationship is more than just sex, there's a lot of moving parts where if you don't know what you're doing, you can cause drama in your situation. Go ahead, Jerome.
Initially when she was reading that poem, it rhymed. It was a good poem, but at the same time, I felt her defeated spirit. Right. So she's like, I gave
Giving
myself
up.
to people before,
Yeah.
but I guard my mind. So she knew what was the most important part
Yeah.
to actually enjoy her interaction, to
Mhm.
fully enjoy her interaction.
Right.
She knew what was the important part, but she probably
Mhm.
was dating some dudes that never really tapped the mind like they were supposed to. So, you
Mhm.
know, you could
Yep.
tell it was like, this is how I'm going to handle it from this point on.
Yep.
So to me, it wasn't like this freeing spirit that I'm free, and it was like, you know what,
Yeah.
this is how I'm going to handle it, and I'm gonna bring some pride to it, and you
Mhm.
know, say it's all me. Another thing is like, I don't
See,
like for women to set the tone on nothing. So don't tell me what
that's
this is.
there
Don't
we
box this
go.
into
There
whatever it's
we
going to
go.
be. Now I've had conversations with ladies where I told them like, hey, you know, all we can have right now is just a, you know, friendship, you know, sexual friendship sort of thing, and they always agree, yeah. But I've never had one successfully try to leave it there. They always, after a while, pressed the subject.
Yeah.
Even the ones
They,
that lasted
yep.
for quite a while, as soon as they see me
Yep.
out, just talking with somebody,
Yeah.
oh, here comes some questions. That's like, hold on, I thought we was just F buddies. Why are you
Mhm.
asking me this? Oh, well, no, well, and then next thing you know, I get that phone call. You're always playing around. What? I don't stutter with my words. I don't play around with nothing. You know, what are you talking about? Now I'm here having this conversation late at night instead of saying, hey, come over, about reestablishing what we are. Part of it too, though, and I always allude to Miles and Zag for this, because I do recall back in the day, I was slinging it with no regards to emotions.
Right.
Right? You know, I'm doing everything they
You
like
talking about
to
to
be
your
done
emotions or to the woman's emotions?
to the
Your
woman's
emotions or to the
emotions.
woman's emotions?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
fact.
So
Okay.
you have to be responsible and understand, if you establish a certain style of friendship, you have to maintain that style of friendship, because you are responsible for leading that friendship, that style of friendship that you have established. And sometimes it's not jumping from the top rope on it. Sometimes you gotta, hey,
So
not today. I know you had some yesterday, not today. You can't come over this weekend. I'm doing some stuff. You know, what are you doing? That's none of your business. We're just F buddies. You remember? Oh, okay, yeah. That puts it back in perspective. So
and and let me add this, right? And this is why I personally say why establishing a sexual relationship is more. I mean, it's about more than just sex. For me personally, any woman that I have ended up in a long-term relationship or a marriage with, it started out as a sexual relationship. So for me, let's get this
from the
phone.
jump, there we go.
All right. We got 861. You're on live with the Manhood. Is a Skillset show. Hey, you gotta turn off the hello?
Okay. I just turned it off.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name, age, city.
My name is Fong. I'm calling from China.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Okay. What's your question?
So basically, I just go out like to rooftop bar, and I would like some like review, like how I should do to improve my situation and stuff.
Improve your situation in what way?
Yeah, be more specific.
Basically, excuse me, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, be more specific. Improve your situation in what way? Go ahead.
So I just went out today and I approached like a dozen of chicks, and it was like nothing popping. And my goal was to at least like go there and maybe like get number, dance, like just try to like vibe and see what's gonna happen. But
hey, how old are you, by
like,
the way?
You're 21, you said.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay, so the type of question you're asking right now is a perfect question to ask one of the coaches on a private chat. because they got to know your personality and things about you. You're saying a blanket statement that is not general for everybody.
Yep.
Because nobody knows you exactly right here.
So I'm under KZAC, and yeah, me and him we talking for like 2-3 times.
Yeah, this might be a perfect time to say, hey, I'm gonna send you an email, KZAG. I'm gonna book a consultation or whatever, because I'm hitting these rooftop bars. I'm getting out and about, and I need a little tune up on really how to make it successful for me.
Okay. So I should hit him up privately and discuss.
Yeah. Because your personality and who you are really matters when it comes to when it comes to talking to somebody and getting whatever you want to be done across to them. It's not a blanket thing for everybody.
Right.
Exactly. And let me just say this real quick, caller, and this is what guys need to understand. This is why pickup lines and stuff like that really don't work, because you have no idea where the woman's mindset is when you encounter her. You have no idea, right? So a lot of times guys are looking for words to say as if this sentence or this paragraph is going to make a woman just fawn all over them. There's nothing wrong with being confident in what you're saying, but even in that, you still need to understand that the woman can still say, I'm not interested.
I'm sorry, I was away from the mic for a second. He was just asking, like, what should I say during these rooftop bars? Is that basically what he was asking?
Yeah, I was away too. I missed
that. Actually, yeah, it's not actually just like what I can say, but I think like the whole thing out, because today I like I said, I'm not just going and like remember some lines and say to them, but I actually like look at the situation and see what I can do, and I just go up and say something that like come up right in my mind. Then I say what that is.
Okay.
And
okay, real quick, caller, real quick. How old are you, my brother? How old are you?
He's 21.
21. And I'm assuming that you're interested in engaging in casual sex encounters. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay, let me ask you.
Me and you, we had talked before, and it was when I was in Germany.
All right, well, young man, you're still like pretty wet behind the ears, and that just comes with the territory. Like, really, your biggest problem is that you just don't know yourself well enough, but that also comes with time. Like, you don't have enough footprints on this earth to know yourself well enough,
right?
And that's just the natural L that we've all had to take, right? Of just being young, right? So really, I would just say increase your volume. Don't worry about getting it right. Don't worry about having any kind of outcome, because what you need to work on is combating your fear of talking to strangers.
Right.
Okay. So you should be out talking, going to these social situations, talking to all kinds of people, including the women that you're attracted to. Okay. And get used to that muscle being exercised to the point where you're really comfortable. Because that's the thing that they pick up on emotionally. And this is everybody, right? Like, you can be in a social situation and like you see a guy or some guy's talking to you at a party or whatever, and you can tell they're really nervous being there. Like, they don't know, they're not comfortable in their self in the situation. So really, like, and you've been around people who are just really relaxed and charismatic. And it's not just in front of the girls that he likes, right? It's in front of everybody. And that just comes with practice. Right. So that's really what you need to start exercising, is that social muscle where you're comfortable talking to just about anyone.
Right.
Let me add this. Let me call her real quick. And this is the mistake that most guys make. Most guys, you're not alone. Millions of guys make this mistake. The fundamental mistake you make, a lot of you guys, is only talking to women you want to have sex with. That's the fundamental mistake you make, because there is no way you can learn to be a natural conversationalist by only talking to women you want to have sex with. Specifically, if you aren't even confident enough to articulate the fact that you want to have sex with them, right?
Mhm.
So to your point, Mr. Justin, you guys, you need to be a well-rounded communicator where you can communicate yourself well with everybody. So when you encounter women, it's a naturalness to the way that you conduct yourself. A lot of you guys are very robotic, very inauthentic. And the reason why you're inauthentic is because you're camouflaging yourself. You're hiding yourself. Like, and what I mean by that is this. If you see a woman, right, and men do this, you're looking at the shape of her body, you're looking at her breasts, her thighs, her face, her ass, whatever it is you like on women, and you have identified things about her physically that you sexually like or that get you curious sexually. The problem with you guys, when y'all approach women, none of that shit you was thinking about comes out in your conversation. Instead, where you from?
Right.
So what province is your family from? And see, I know you're from China. I know y'all got provinces. So what province is your family from? How many goats did y'all have?
You come here
like
often?
Right.
What's your sign?
Y'all have this platonic, super friendly banter. And what y'all have to understand is that women are sexual creatures. And you have to get past the social conditioning of her public persona and speak to her sexuality. And the way that you do that is flirt. But y'all got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, caller, you good?
So, can you elaborate more? Like, what do you mean by just go out and talk with everybody? Like, it just
Okay,
you're at a
caller,
party,
I use
like
myself.
socialize.
Yeah. So, caller, I use myself as an example. Whenever I go out, when I go out to drop off dry cleaning, pick up dry cleaning, I go to put gas in my car. I don't know if y'all call it petrol over there, right? Whenever I go run any type of errands or I do anything where I run into women, I don't care if the chick is 28 or 88. I playfully flirt with females. I just do it. I'm not necessarily interested in sex. But an example, I might, and I've done this, I might tell an older lady at a store, ma'am, do you have Employee of the Month voting? Because if they did, I would vote for you. You need to be Employee of the Month, right? I'm just playfully flirting, right? I may say other things that are complimentary and flattery that are around that, but I'm not trying to get anything from the woman, right? I'm having a real conversation, but I'm just being very pleasant in a way that I deliver what I'm saying to her, right? Yeah. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like even I can see a guy with a nice car and I can say, brother, I like that car. That's a very, very nice car. Right? I'm just having
I think
regular...
the word sorry, I just think the word that you said is most important. You said playful, right? Because in the caller's mindset, it's too serious. Like he's like trying to do something to create a particular outcome instead of just having fun and having a playful attitude, right? Which relaxes. Well, it should relax your overall vibe, right? Like you're not trying to do anything except put a little bit of a smile on your face and somebody else's face. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
And I think that's the general mentality you should go about in interacting with people, right? And in doing this in practice, it lightens you up, right? Like girls, they can smell you when you're like hungry for something. And they can tell that all the things that come out of your mouth are utter bullshit because they can see you like smacking your lips behind all those words.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
All right, caller.
Yeah. So I will hit up Zach and back in and say my situation and stuff.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you, brother. Take it easy, man. Thanks for calling the show. Yep. Zach is the international coach out here. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, look. When I go out there in China, I'm gonna need you to line them up for me. You know what I'm saying? Line them up. Jazzy Jazz with the $2. Hey Zach, sorry for the lateness. Nice hat. Appreciate you, baby girl. Thank you. Real quick, I know I saw Unique. Let me grab Unique. Are we good on calls, Miles? My bad.
Yeah, we good on calls. Guys, call in.
All right, so Unique says with the $20, 20 pounds, 20 euros.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Miles.
Okay, real quick. Guys, go ahead and call in 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300. Go ahead and call in. All right.
Zach, we call that warming up the mouthpiece. We
All
used
right,
to
so
do that,
Unique
just-
said. All right, real quick. He says, I agree with Zag. Where I live, I had casual encounters with the same women over a long period of time. There has to come a time where a man needs to decide whether to keep it casual, end it, or elevate to a different level.
What?
There we go. All right, hold on. There we go. So, real quick, let me get back into the title. Why establishing a sexual relationship is more than just sex, right? Now, from my perspective, right, I really use it as a stage where I can evaluate her without investing any emotions in it. I can evaluate her without investing any emotions in it. Now, here's the thing. When a woman is attracted to you and she wants more than just sex, if she actually understands the value of the opportunity, she's going to go about in her own little way trying to show you that she's more than just someone you can fuck. Now, the problem with a lot of you guys is you're elevating women simply because you like them a lot. Or even worse yet, what a lot of guys are doing, I believe, is you are allowing the woman's feelings about you, right, motivate you into making decisions that are probably unwise because you like the fact that she likes you so much. Ooh, or that you think she likes you. And that's another thing. And I want guys to understand, any sensible woman, yeah, she can like you pretty quickly, but she's not going to be head over heels in 5 days. Come on now. Like she might, show signs that she's feeling you, but any woman who act like she's head over heels and she got to see you every day and she just met you last week, that's a red flag to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a red flag. So, but a lot of you guys, y'all get caught up because I've said this about some women, not all, some, and I'll pass it back to you guys. Some women who are insecure, have low self-esteem, and they can't stand being alone, they will use sex to fuck their way into a relationship. So for all you guys that are having sex 2, 3, 4 days a week with a chick you just met last week or 2 weeks ago, it's not by accident that she's giving you that much sexual access. Think about this shit. Y'all got
right. Nah, that's a fact, man. You gotta mitigate. You gotta. A lot of guys, they fall victim to they get access to a new source of vagina and they overdo it and they let the woman. You don't understand. Like having sex takes time. So you seeing a woman every single day for the next whole week. That's crazy. That is crazy, and you got to be careful with that. You got to know how to have self-control and discipline when it comes to all of that. And on top of that, you building her expectations. So as soon as you start to realize, oh shit, I'm doing too much, then you're gonna try to pull back. Then it's gonna be an issue. You're only doing yourself and that woman a disservice for being so greedy initially.
Yeah, it just reveals your
also,
hunger.
real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I know there's a lag. Just let me say this real quick and I'll pass it to you. Also, subconsciously, you're telling the woman what you really value.
Mm-hmm.
Subconsciously. Because if you're seeing her maybe once 7, 8 days, subconsciously, you're telling her that you value your time and that she only gets but so much access.
Right.
If you're fucking her multiple times a week and you just met her, what you're telling her subconsciously is that you're ran by pussy, that you can be controlled by pussy, that your hunger for pussy supersedes your respect for your own fucking time. Y'all got it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it goes right into what I was just saying. Like, because think about it. Like, if a dude has access to more than one woman, he knows he can have sex relatively to whatever degree he wants. Then that woman coming through she's not going to be prioritized quite as much. Like her vagina is not going to be prioritized that much, right? Because you can just get it like wherever, whoever, right? But if he's on it, like fucking, you know, like white on rice, he's going to be revealing that he doesn't have access, that this is something rare to him, that, and his hunger shows. Just like if you take like a homeless person and invite him to a buffet, he's going to be stuffing his cheeks, you know? That's just the way it works. It reveals itself. The truth always reveals itself, you know? But you know, like I was thinking about this, the topic title here, and it made me think of that famous quote that is often misattributed to Oscar Wilde, but it was actually by David Mamet, the playwright. And it goes, everything is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. And so the sexual relationship, like it is about sex, but but it's not between her legs, right? Like all of that other stuff is really about the power that happens between the two people. You know what I'm saying?
Power dynamic.
And right, exactly. And that's always there. And you know, I don't have to touch women at all. Like I actually spend a lot of time waiting to touch the girl because you know, I want to see and feel what's going on inside her head before any of that even happens. So it kind of goes against what that lady is saying. Like if I met a girl like that from the video, like, you know, and she wanted, it's like, no, you're going at my pace. Just like what Jay Roman said, like, you want it now? Okay, great. You're waiting until I say we're ready. You know what I'm saying? Until I decide, and you may not even get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm going to get your mind. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to feel you out and see if you are moldable. Right? If you can take to my hand, you know what I'm saying? And once I can see that, then I'll see about giving you some dick, right? Because that's the prize at the end.
See, and I'm glad. Look, I'm glad you said that shit. Okay, and real quick, Jillian, she says something, and I want to speak to that. She says 2 days in a row will make her look at you as a boyfriend. And shout out to Lucario, he's been saying this lately, and I agree that this shit is psychological. And I think a lot of guys, they don't understand the power of the mind and the power of what you do and what you say and how it impacts how women perceive things and how they react to men based on what they perceive, even if it's not accurate, right? So what I mean by that is this. What a lot of you guys do is you'll tell women shit like, oh, girl, you're not the only one. I'm dealing with other women. And she hears those words, but they're just words until you can show her consistently that action backs those words. So if you tell women, you're not the only one, I see other women, but yet she has access to you multiple days a week. What you're saying with your actions is, I have all the time in the world for you. I really don't see other women. So it don't matter what you're telling her. And here's the key part. Even if she thinks you're seeing other women, she's going to think, oh, he elevated me and he's prioritizing me now. Because if he's seeing me this many times a week, there's no way he's really seeing all those other chicks a lot. So now in her head, she's going down this fantasy road of maybe he's going to elevate me to his girl. Maybe he thinks I'm his girl, or maybe he thinks I'm wifey, and that's why I'm getting all this attention. So now her actions begin to reflect her thinking, and that's where the drama comes. Yeah, I got it.
And I think even subconsciously, when somebody, and this is, we're not just gonna, men and women, just anybody, says a whole bunch of things and talks and talks and talks, and you don't see them, you don't even have to say another word. Subconsciously, you already starts thinking about what type of person that is. So the next time he speaks, you don't believe it. You don't even have to react over it. You just automatically don't believe it. And I think that when women get with men and they, you know, and it's like you said, Zach, they're saying, oh, I'm so busy and you're not the only one. And, you know, we just F buddies. And then 3 days go by, they didn't stay the whole weekend. In her head, she knows you're just a talker.
Right.
That's not really you. And she doesn't even have to say anything. Just that when you start to talk, she automatically starts putting it in the file like he's just a talker. It doesn't matter. I can keep moving the way I move. Subconsciously, I know he's easily manipulated. He's easily manipulated by me. I'm moving on to my plan and not his plan because it don't really matter. He was just talking.
Right.
And like you said, the drama comes
her
from
agenda.
there.
Her agenda.
Yeah, so.
Her agenda.
Right.
And let me say this too. My bad, Miles. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say the number again, 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300. Phone lines are open. Go ahead and call in, guys.
Okay, real quick. I think I did this yet. Yeah, I think I did that. Now we do have a question that I want to get to right quick though. All right, so this individual says a woman said yes, meeting me earlier this week. Should I confirm the woman today about meeting me this evening, or should I just show up? Okay, guys, why do y'all complicate this? And real quick, Miles, you want me to tell you what's so funny, bro? I do consultations with individuals, right?
Right.
And during the consultations, can you put them on hold real quick?
Yeah. 205. Hold on 1 second. 205. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, real quick. So I'll do consultations with individuals, and during the consultations, they'll start to ask me questions. And I'll be like, I dropped like 3 videos this week alone that covers all of that. When's the last time you watched one of my videos? Oh, dog, it's been a while. How the fuck are you doing consultations and you're not keeping up with new shit? Right?
Right.
So questions like this is because you guys aren't watching the videos. But go ahead, Miles.
All right. So we got 205. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skillset show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Yeah, name Brendan, age 44, city Atlanta. Here's my situation. I see the topic is why establishing a sex relationship is more than about sex. What's the best way to go? I just started watching it recently, about 5 minutes ago. I just met this girl. She's pretty cool. We're not having sex, but what's the best way to establish that relationship without having the sex first? Where, like the other guy said, you want to find like where her mind is. What is your approach about how do you do that?
Well, let me ask you this first. This is important. So the reason why y'all not having sex, whose ideal is it to wait?
Me. It's my idea.
So has she tried to have sex with you? Has she tried to have sex with you yet?
She's tried, and I was like, no, I'm trying to vet her.
Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. All right, Justin, I'm gonna go ahead and let you take care of that one.
Well, I mean, I'm cut from a different piece of cloth, but I give commands, right? Because I've got 5 basic criteria, and one of them is to see if they're coachable, right? So I like to see enthusiasm, mutual sexual interest, curiosity, open-mindedness, and the ability to take instructions, right? Those are my 5 criteria for meeting a new woman, all right? And so the most challenging one is the ability to take instructions. So you can see the other ones pretty easily, right? Their curiosity, their enthusiasm, all that stuff. You can see all that. So in order for me to find out the other one, I have to engage it, right? They won't readily be able to show me they can take instruction. So that's what I do. And I start giving instructions. And this could be anything. This can be non-sexual. It could be sexual. It could be very menial tasks, whatever it is. And you could start small and simple with like, hey, call me at this time, right? If you're meeting up, say, be very clear with the time and the place. You can direct how you want her to look. You can say like your messaging. And I, like, for example, I just corrected one of my girls here. She typed in a incomplete sentence. I do not like incomplete sentences. I don't like shorthand. I don't like abbreviations, none of that. And so I like complete, clear communication. So I had her correct it. Right. And so you can do simple things like that to see if she just abides by these really simple things. If there's pushback, like, why are you correcting my grammar? All right, that's it. Goodbye.
Right.
Like she's not worth pushing any further than that. You know what I'm saying? So I give instructions and see how well she takes to following instructions.
What are you vetting her for?
Yeah, that's a good question too.
You know what? I once read this in a book called Black Players, Secret Life of Black Pimps. He said the spiritual and the mental are not present, the physical ain't shit but a piece of meat. I want to first make sure our minds and spirits are aligned, then the body. Because I've had meaningless sex where I jump in the bed, fuck the girl first. I've been in first throughout. Is she compatible with me? Does she fit me? You know?
Okay, real quick, caller. Real quick. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said you had meaningless sex. Because this is what a lot of people don't understand. And this goes back to why having sex is a responsibility. Because the fact that you said you had meaningless sex suggests, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, the fact that you said you had meaningless sex suggests that you were engaging in casual sex looking for something meaningful through the sex. Is that right or wrong?
Yes, that is right to a certain degree. And then at the same time, I've learned that, if I ain't feeling it, it could be her mind could turn me off. Like Jessica said, her words, something she does turns me off. It'll take me out the experience, out the mood. Where if she does some old dumb stuff, don't follow the instructions the last one did. Yeah.
Cool.
So you're vetting for a relationship.
And I'm glad you're saying this. Yeah. And real quick, and I'm glad you're saying that. I'm glad you're saying that if she say dumb shit and if it's off, it turns me off, because that shows that you have standards. It shows that you have standards and that you don't want to just be fucking chicks just because they look cute. So I appreciate that about you. Right. So when it comes to getting a woman's mind, the reason matters. Like why you want the mind matters. Now, it is important for you to have a healthy, well-balanced relationship that you do have her mind. And the reason why you need to have her mind is because in order for her to fit into what you got going on, you have to have influence. Okay, not necessarily control, but influence. Now, influence is a form of control, but the woman still has free will. So she doesn't feel obligated to do shit. You see what I'm saying?
That's what you mean, yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question real quick, caller. Have you given this woman instructions? Have you given her a directive where she told you, no, maybe, I think about it, or she was reluctant to do anything?
There was one time, only once, and I told her, I said, I'm only going to ask one time. I said, I don't make a woman do anything she don't want to do. After we had met up, I had to FaceTime her because we couldn't meet up that next day. And she had on like her little nightgown. I said, let me see a little 360. She's like, no, not. I said, I said, I don't like that. I asked one time. I said, she saw I was busy. I was serious about that. I said, a woman, I'm going to make her do nothing she don't want to do, because there is some man somewhere she'll do that for. So only I said, I'm going to let you know how I operate. One time only. Like when you ask me something to do, we meet up. I told you the instructions. I got to work 2 to 10:30. Meet me at this time. She does that. But when I asked her that one time, I said, I want you to see a little eye candy. That was one time I did not like, but any relationship can go through that right there. So I won't let that be like a major deal breaker. But when I start seeing that consistently, she's done. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, it's good. Well,
it
sounds to me you just need to start giving more instructions so you can see where that lies.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify, you're vetting for a relationship.
Yes, I am. Even because Miles, you said a lot of things. I listened to Miles and Macario on the regular show, and they said something that really kind of resonated with me. He said, you even have to vet for casual sex. And I totally agree with that. If I'm going to be engaging in casual sex or hookup, you got to vet for that. It's kind of like if I'm going to be a thief better vet another thief. Does he run his mouth? Is he greedy? Does he want to have shootouts all the time? Can they just cut losses? You got to even vet for that. So in the event, even if we don't have a relationship, even if we just hook up, I need to know, are you compatible with what I desire? Like I've called in before, and Miles will give me some great wisdom about finding yourself inside of her. So now I'm taking my time, because in the past, I would jump in the bed first and realize this bitch don't listen to instructions. I've been put in bad situations. I almost got fired.
Real quick.
Girl, I told her follow some instructions. It put me in a bad situation. I mean, bad situation.
Real quick. This is why I say deference, humble submission and respect. The word deference, to defer. Men should not be having sex with women who don't respect them. Period.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
You should not be sticking your penis in a disrespectful woman for any reason, ever, right? And in my opinion, right, and don't get me wrong, I was young and dumb. Look, we all do dumb shit as men when we're younger. The problem is you got guys in their 30s, 40s, and beyond who are still doing the same stupid shit they was doing as teenagers and in college age. At some point,
Yeah.
Your dick and your mind have to be evolved to where you don't just allow women access just because you think they're cute.
Right. Nah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Because I will say one thing. See, that's why I totally agree with you. Because I heard a buddy of mine say, he said, "Man can make his dick do his heart won't allow." So I've actually had to charge women where I've met them on dates. They want to fuck. And I had gave one specific instruction. She started arguing, said, "Hey, you're done. We're incompatible." And I was so glad I didn't fuck her. And then I started listening to the live stream today, and Justin was talking about like, "Hey, I want to see where her mind is first." So I was trying to find out, like, give additional insight or additional help, like what you guys do to find
Justin,
out.
Real quick, I think Justin, real quick, caller. Justin, hold on, real quick. Hold on, caller, real quick. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Justin, don't you have like a free consultation call or something that you do, Justin?
Yeah, I do.
If you want to help this guy out.
Yeah. But like I said before, like with the giving instructions and seeing where the mind is at, basically, I don't need to see what her views are. Okay. Yeah. I need to see if she is all right with following mine.
That's what
you know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna talk about my views, my thing, my life, and to see if she's able to bond or vibe with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm going to see her curiosity. She's going to ask questions like, "What's this? Tell me about that thing that it is." You know, she's going to be wanting to come more into my world, right?
How invested is she coming into your world? How invested?
So the curiosity, the enthusiasm, right? Like, I don't like seeing people go through life dragging their heels. I can't stand people like that. So I'll see her enthusiasm when she's around me. She's feeding off of my energy. You know what I'm saying? The open-mindedness. Right? If I bring up a topic and she's like, no, it's got to be like this, right? I can't stand people with brains that are like stone. You know what I'm saying? They're not flexible. They're not open to new ideas. That tells me, right? I don't need to hear what her beliefs are. I need to see if she's willing to flow into mine. If she's built, because what's the end result? The end result is that the woman her will becomes an extension of my presence. That's the ultimate end result. Okay, I don't care what her personal views are, just as long as she can blend into mine most seamlessly, right?
There you go. Assimilate,
right?
Assimilate.
So
can she assimilate?
And then the instructions, right? The instructions. That's the thing where I need to put her to task to see if she's willing to follow my lead. You know what I'm saying? Because if she can't do it on these small things like, you know, call me at this time, message you this, change your spelling, wear this, then when it comes to bigger things where I'm actually really trying to coach her mind into becoming more of the woman that I need her to be, then that's going to be a big problem if she can't handle the small shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's why. That's the reason why. I mean, to cut across your mouth. That's the reason why I'm making sure, especially being 44 now, just turned 44. I make sure now, like, man, before I give her some dick, that she follow the instructions, because I'm dealing with a court case over a female at work who put me in a bad situation where we didn't even fuck. I'm glad we didn't, but she wouldn't follow little instructions and lied on me. I got fired, got assaulted. Yeah, so I make it a priority now. Does she follow like little things before I give her the dick? Like the other guy said, don't fuck any girl or woman that if you don't respect her, she don't respect you. Don't even put your dick inside of her. But that's why I call in, like, to just get clarification, because I tell some guys, I ain't trying to just jump in the bed first, man. I got to vet thoroughly. I can't go now and repeat some mistakes I made years ago. But were you about to say something else?
Yeah. So what? Because you kept saying you want to see if you're compatible. You want to see where her head is at. So
yeah.
But as Mr. Justin said, it's really not about her. It's really true. About you. So what is your program?
My program, I tell her up front, hey, come out front. I'm very, very open and vulnerable. I let her know what I need.
No. Program. I didn't ask you what you tell the girl. I asked you what
is that word that J. Roman hates, vulnerable.
You see what I'm saying?
Program.
I didn't ask you what you tell the girl. I asked you what is your program.
You did. I can't tell you what the program. I can't say what the program is.
So that's that's the whole thing right there. That's your overall issue. You don't have a program. You don't have a set of instructions and protocols already put in place in your own mind. You don't need to explain anything to the woman. You just need to give her the instructions and see how she responds and see how she follows them. See if she shows up. So, for example, your initial instructions as to where to show up, what time to show up, and if she's supposed to wear heels, for example, like these different things are what you're supposed to be focused on as far as what your program is. All this explaining shit to the woman about, well, I'm very open and I'm vulnerable and you don't need to tell a woman all that extra shit. And a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something real. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck.
No, she doesn't.
She really doesn't, because all of that shit that you talking is shit that females talk. Oh, well, I'm this and I'm that. She just instructions. What do you want me to do?
And Miles, also talking about it doesn't produce emotions. Okay. She wants to know how she feels when she's in your presence. Right. And you talking about it like, this is what I do. This is what I'm about. That doesn't produce the feeling. Okay. Shout out to Steve. He says, don't talk about it. Be about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about your program. Just execute the program. And the program, like if you go to like a university and you say like, oh, I'm interested in studying psychology 101. What's the program? They'd be like, boom, here's the syllabus. It's already been made before you even registered at the damn college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
And that's what I was getting at with, are you vetting for, what are you vetting for? Are you vetting just to vet? Because it's, I just want to, is she compatible with me?
Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. I know there's a lag. Hold on real quick. Let me just moderate this thing real quick. Caller, give me a second. If y'all have a question, put a Q in the chat, followed by your questions. Thank anyone who's asked the questions, we're going to get to it. Also, the call-in number, 1-844-672-7300. And caller, if you can respond to Jay Roman's questions, he asked you, what are you vetting for? What is your ultimate goal? What is your vision for this woman ultimately?
Ultimately, just a relationship. Even if we relate, we're only casual sex.
But why do you want a relationship, though? Okay, hold on. Why do you want? Okay, so let me ask it in a different way.
For myself first.
Outside of how the woman looks, hold on real quick. Outside of how the woman looks, outside of sex, outside of your feelings, how would a relationship with a woman benefit your life in a tangible way?
It would actually slow me down for that. But I said, even if we just relate far as companionship or casual sex, because I told her that. I said a long-term relationship or a marriage would slow me down because I have an active life, do my own thing. But even if we just...
Stop right there. Okay, hold on, stop right there. Okay, you did it again. Shout out to Miles. Guys, for the love of God, or Yahweh, or whatever the fuck you believe in, stop explaining yourself to women. I don't tell women why I think the way I think. I don't tell women why I do the things the way that I do them. If I give her a directive or instructions, do that shit. I'm not. Now, here's the thing. The only thing I will do for a woman who is confused is I will unconfuse her ass with clarity. So if I need to provide clarity to something, I will do that. But I will never explain. When a general gives orders, he doesn't explain why he wants that brigade on the left flank. He just says, go over there. He doesn't say, well, I want you over there because the enemy was doing this, and I think they might be up to this. So that's why he just gives them an order. Go do that shit. Go do it. That's it. Y'all got it.
I see what you mean, man. So you think my mistake I'm making is over explaining myself too much because I normally just give her instructions.
You talk too much. You definitely talk too much.
Yep.
I feel like you're vetting to vet because you know what you should be doing, but there's always a purpose and a reason to do what you're doing. And I think that it sounds good to vet and find this person's more compatible. You got, this thing going on with this one woman and another woman. So you're doing things differently. You're learning from your mistakes and you're trying to move differently. But the program is for you. And you're vetting to see if she matches that program. So when they asked earlier for your program, it's not for her accountability, it's for your accountability. Because if you're vetting her, it's vetting to match your program. So
let me add this.
Program, like I actually.
Hold on.
So
No, real quick, caller. Let me add this. Let me add this real quick. My bad. And I know there's a lag, so if it's not like I'm interrupting, I'm not.
No, you're all good,
I'm
brother.
getting to you late. So let me say this, and I want you to really, really think about this.
Okay.
When you find yourself always explaining to people or over-explaining, you're really insecure, and I'm gonna tell you why. What you're saying is the reason why I explain and this is a subconscious thing. What you're saying is, I don't think that you're going to be okay with what I'm telling you to do, so I'm going to explain it in a way that you will be okay with it.
Well, he's still dealing with
Let me give you an example.
He's still dealing. Wait, can we be clear on something? Let's be clear on something, caller. You may not want to admit it right out, but you're still dealing with the whatever shock or trauma or issues that you still have from whatever happened at your job. Let's be clear with that.
A little bit, yeah.
And you're bringing that you're bringing that into your dating life heavily. That's why you're trying to see your explanation is a window to your insecurity, because it's like you're trying to safeguard you.
There you go.
You're trying to safeguard and put up an entire like defensive line of over explaining yourself. So make sure you know what you're getting into, girl, because I don't want no misunderstandings. I don't want you doing this and saying this and getting me in trouble and blah, blah, blah. That's why you feel like you got to explain yourself. But the bottom line is, you need to get back to the confidence in yourself and just start giving a woman instructions. Because listen, why would you ever have to tell a woman that, well, everything I'm telling you to do is for me? That should be already.
It's like this, man. I told her, I said, if I explain something, it's like a deeper, I go deeper with stuff. If I ask for something, I say, this is the reason why I asked for this, and I just leave it at that.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. No, brother, that's what I'm
trying to qualify your understanding. Her understanding.
To you. Listen, caller, that whole depth stuff you talking about, and giving her depth, she hasn't earned that yet.
I see what you mean.
She's not that close to the kingdom for you to be giving her anything to fully. Let me tell you something. She don't even need to understand you.
Nope.
She just needs to understand.
No, she does not.
She just needs to understand the instructions at this point. You understand?
I got you.
She's supposed to. Look. I'm gonna give you an example. You say, okay, meet me here, 7 p.m. Wear heels and wear something blue. Her enthusiasm is supposed to be so overwhelming that she don't even question it. So when she shows up to the spot and she sees you in a blue suit, for example, then it clicks. And then the feeling of the experience will envelop her, and she'll understand why you said to wear something blue, because you're wearing something blue. And now she gets to enjoy the experience of the evening matching you on the date color wise. You get what I'm saying? And then that feeling, without you explaining shit, that whole feeling of your instructions and how she feels following your instructions is what is going to, quote unquote, like you said in the early part of the call, get her mind. Because now she's like, oh shit, I can't wait till whatever he tells me next, because I love the experience of following his lead and his instruction. But when you start sitting there explaining shit to her like, hey, girl, listen, because I'm like this and I need this and I do this and that's why I did this. So I told you to wear blue because I'm wearing something blue and I needed us to match tonight. And then I needed this for happening, blah, blah. Now you're taking it's like you're wrapping a gift in transparent paper.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Or a magician explaining the trick.
Yeah, as you go through. Yeah.
And when you start to explain, you sound like you're the one being vetted.
Yeah.
Because you're explaining your actions.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was some shit right there.
Like that's backwards.
That was some real shit right there. That was some shit right. And here's the thing. So caller also, and again, I'm gonna go back to how explaining yourself really. Also, when you explain yourself, it's really a need for validation. Like how it's almost like you're saying, my opinion of things it's okay, right? It's okay that I think this way, right? Is it okay with you? Let me explain why I think this way.
There's always a method to my madness. There's a reason why I'm telling you these things, and I'm going to explain it to you so you really understand.
You might not look at it this way. Yeah. You might not look at it this way, but it goes back to what Miles said. When that shit happened to you at your job, see, what's really going on is a lot of you guys, you've always dealt with women on the woman's terms. You've always took your cues from women. When it was okay to move forward with talking about sex, when it was okay to do this and all of that, right? And a lot of guys, unfortunately, you're passive aggressive. So what happens is you let a couple of things happen and then you get upset. Like, all right, that's like the third or fourth time that bitch did that. Now I'm gonna say something. And what happens is you wait too long into the interaction to assert yourself. And then what happens is the woman's looking at you like, shut up. Shut up. You've been following me this long. Shut up. Right? That's how the woman is looking at you. Right? So and that over-explaining is like, I don't want her to tell me to shut up. So I'm gonna explain why I feel this way. So it's almost like you're telling her, hey, look, I'm very vulnerable. So when I let you in, it's important that you do this because it could fuck with me if you don't do it exactly how I'm telling you, okay? Right? You might not look at it like that, but when you, and Jay Roman, not Jay Roman, well, I think Jay Roman, you might have said it, but I know Miles and Mr. Justin said it. Women don't care why. Women don't care about your feelings. I promise you. Women, oh, is that why he cries a lot? Well,
or your reasons, or any of your reasons behind it, nothing.
Yeah. Women only care about this, and this is a fact. Women only care, are they directly or indirectly benefiting from you? That's all they care about.
How does it feel in that
it's
moment?
It's not good or bad. It's just life. Are they
Did she ever ask you?
So if you're telling a woman about your feelings, real quick, hold on, real quick. If you're telling a woman about your feelings, she might be like, oh, but in her mind, she's like, this shit helps me not.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Did she ever ask you why? And you, this is why you started to explain? Or usually they're smoother than that. Oh, let me understand.
I explained, I said, I take an unorthodox approach to situations, so that's why I explained myself. It wasn't like she asked why. If I take it, like, I've had girls ask me, like, how come you want to have sex with me first? And I just said, hey, this is the reason why. I like to do this. I only have sex on my terms. And I said, I got to make sure if the spiritual and the mental are there first. I said, I meet beautiful women every day. I don't get too much.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this.
Caller. Hold on, real quick, Jay Roman. Oh, real quick. Hold on, real quick, Jay Roman. Real quick. Caller. When she was trying to have sex, all you had to do was tell her, look, you're going to get this dick. It's going to be right here for you. Just be patient. Go ahead. That's all you have to say.
Yeah, that's a smooth way of doing that. I just have to do it my style, but learn and practice different ways. But
I know that. That just comes to me. I know it's a smooth way of doing shit. Y'all got it.
Go ahead, Jerome. What you about to say?
Hold on, man. Zag is. So, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. It don't sound like
I'm popping my collar so hard. I think I gave myself a cut under my chin and shit. My bad.
Hey, I just, your interaction right now to me with this lady seems really rigid, and like there is no fun in it. You are checking these boxes. You're going through, making sure almost forcefully, like this. And I really believe right now, because of what you're dealing with, like, you're bringing a lot of that. I'm with Miles. You're bringing a lot of that to this right here.
Mm-hmm. Not really. We have fun. Stuff like that. Just even the girl at work, I gave her instructions, but I tell my homeboys this. I said, you got to be very careful with women, man. They'll find a way to outsmart you. So you got to really stay on top. You have to evaluate how you do stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, in the workplace as much as I do, that the job is going to take up for a woman faster than a man. So it takes more to prove.
All this
stuff.
Listen, I have not gone with what you are going through at the workplace.
No.
However, I've laid down a lot of different people at work, and it has never turned out like this. Now, I don't understand how it turns out like this, but you're talking about managing something where it is your responsibility to manage yourself and understand what's going on at work. So you gotta at some point say, you know what, this is what I did to have this result. And we always learn from our mistakes. People make mistakes,
man. Like I said, a situation like even with the girl I'm talking to now, we keep it cool and cordial. But the one at work, when I ignored her, I said, hey, we keep it. We used to talk and we laugh and joke. I said we keep it strictly business. She went all the management, and I couldn't fight them. They sided for her, so that was the only time one situation happened. Just now, I'm more hey, this is what I desire. Are you going to follow the instructions? Now I'm not going to be doing no more explaining. Just, hey, this is what I desire. Let me know. Meet me here this time. Wear this dress. Want to see you in those heels. Give me a 360. I laugh and joke with it and leave it at that. No more explaining.
Well, that's a good way. I mean, but it sounds like you're doing a lot of explaining, though. Like, and Miles, I think that this is older. I think this is older. I don't think that this is something picked up from a recent thing. I don't think it's like a recent shell shock. I think this is habitual from a long, the insecurity thing. I don't think the insecurity thing popped up. Right. It was probably triggered an older thing.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because I've got clients who do the same exact thing. And after we start peeling back the layers, we see that this is a very old habit that extends from not wanting to be rejected. Right. That's really what a lot of explanation comes from is to making sure that the other person can understand them such that they will not be rejected. Right. Or pushed back against or made fun of or made angry or whatever. And so what people do is they do the sandwich method. Right. We've all heard about the sandwich method. Right. If you've got something a little bit difficult to say to somebody, you do good news, then bad news, then good news. Right. And that's the sandwich method. So what people do is when, like with my clients, like he's getting used to giving instructions to his girlfriend, right? And he's somewhat uncomfortable with it. And he's getting better. But he showed me like the text messages, and I said, look, here's the sandwich method. You ramped in, right, with this like, hey baby, I got something to say, something to bring up to you, whatever, blah blah blah. And then he leads in the instruction, and then has like a landing. Right. And he smooths it all out. And I'm like, okay, remove that first part, remove that second part, and just say the shit in the middle that's most important. And it really, he had to fight with this to get used to that feeling of like not leading up and making it like a smooth takeoff and a smooth landing. Right. You know?
Right.
And so that was just his insecurity of her hearing him wrong. And I said, okay, well, how do you do that? Speak clearly, concisely, and only use the words that are necessary.
Yeah, see, right there. If y'all remember in English class, right? In English class or literature, whatever you fucking want to call it, they taught us, hey, write this paper using 500 words or less, right? And the purpose of that exercise was to teach you to use more assertive words where you get to the point quicker, right? So if someone told you to use 2,000 words, there's going to be a bunch of filler words. It's kind of like an album. If you remember back in the days, you had the songs that was jamming and you had filler songs to fill out the album. And usually the filler songs was just like whatever, right? Right. So and to Mr. Justin's point, what he's trying to say is take out the filler words, take out the safe words, take out the things that you're saying. See, this is what guys like to do. They like to say, I'm trying to make the woman feel comfortable. No, you're trying to make yourself feel comfortable, which is why you're using those passive words. You're trying to get comfortable within the interaction, and because you're already uncomfortable, you're just projecting that energy onto the woman, and you think she's also uncomfortable with your presence. So you're using platonic words and friendly words to try and make yourself feel comfortable in that conversation so she will feel comfortable with your presence. That's what you're really doing. And what's happening is during this whole exercise. Hold on real quick. During this whole exercise, and I'm not talking about you, caller. I'm talking about just guys in general. Okay, what you're doing is the woman is forming a perception about you. And that perception about you won't be a good one. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got it.
Caller, you ever heard somebody say, tell me where are you from right now?
Birmingham, Alabama, but I live in Atlanta.
Okay, so somebody say, tell me you from Birmingham without telling me you from Birmingham.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Right, so it'll be something that people do or something that people say, right? Tell me you're from California without saying you're from California. The same thing goes from tell me you're an assertive man without telling me you're an assertive man.
I see what you mean.
And that's how you move, right? Yeah. Because it's you. It's not something that you're acting. It's not something you're pretending. It's not something that you're focused on. It's who you are. And that's where that program for you is at, because it's embedded in you. So I don't have to explain this is who I am. Something I like to say to be who I am, and it's just I've been doing it for years since I was younger. I don't say meet me at 9:30. I don't say meet me at 10:30. Meet me at 10 o'clock. I always go something different. I say, hey, meet me at 10:43. Right now, it's no different than saying meet me at 10:40 or whatever. I just throw the 3 on it because I like to be just out the box like that for myself. And usually they comment, why 10:43? Because I said it.
Real talk.
There you go.
That's good.
There you go.
There's no other.
There's
What's the explanation? I want to add 3 extra minutes? No, because I said it.
I just want to hear the yes, sir.
So
see, right,
and that's it.
And I want, and real quick, fellas, and I want to point out, because J. Roman, some people will hear what you're saying and they'll be like, that's awkward. And to me, I understand it. I perfectly understand why you're doing it. I get it. And when you actually have standards as a man and you have dating rules, yeah, a lot of you dudes, y'all don't have dating rules. Y'all just flexible. Whatever the woman wants, whatever it takes to get what you want from her, you just abide by that, right? But when you actually have rules, there are things in place that literally become almost natural to how you operate with women, where you have, it's almost like a fail-safe where you're saying, and for lack of a better word, where if she can't abide by that, I can't even really fuck with her. And it seems simple, but and I think, Mr. Justin, you said it earlier, and I also talked about this. What you let happen in the beginning will manifest itself later on throughout the relationship. So if you're dealing with a woman who doesn't respect your time, you will consistently see that from her, and it will get worse. So yeah, she's late 5 minutes this time, but if you let that shit go, it's gonna be 15 minutes, then 25 minutes, and then she's gonna completely forgot. Oh, my bad, I forgot we were meeting. Because you're conditioning her subconsciously to say, I don't need to respect his time. He might say something, but it's gonna be all good. That's what happens. Y'all got it. Oh, real quick, His Holiness with the $9.99. Game is too heavy. My terrible need to over-explain exposes my insecurity. Yes, it does. Y'all got it.
I'm saying if you're like sitting there at a bar, at a table, or preferably at a table, and she shows up 5 minutes late, she shows up, you look at your watch and say, hey, you're 5 minutes late. And she goes to sit down. You go, oh, hold up. You're going to stand there for 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Until we make this up. And then you can sit. And you set a timer on your watch or your phone. And if she stands there, then you can accept her, her time and coming to sit with you. But if she's like, what? Get the fuck out of here. Like, just let her walk.
See, real quick, Mr. Justin, and real quick, caller. Hold on, caller, real quick. Caller, hold on, real quick, because I don't want guys to gloss over what Mr. Justin just said. So you can handle it multiple ways, right? You can just not be there when she gets there. Okay, or you can be a sucker and just take it, right? Or you can flip the script and say, you know what? The fact that she's late, especially if she didn't call or text to let you know she's running late, she don't respect me. So now I gotta dominate her. I gotta completely dominate her to reinforce what's going on. Right, so to your point, Mr. Justin, stand your ass there. And if she listens, then she's like, oh shit.
Great. She redeemed herself.
And it flips a switch in her. Exactly. And here's the funny thing, because Mr. Justin, that guy might not know she's a BDSM sub.
She didn't even have to be.
She's not going to tell him.
Exactly. Can she take instructions?
She don't have to be. But what I'm saying is, the point I want to make with that mindset is she has the mindset where if she meets that guy, the switch can be flipped. But most guys, they're afraid to assert themselves. So, right. Go ahead, caller.
Look at mine's just hot or cold. I know that's a style you can use. If I give one some instruction, like the last one got there late, and then she said, "Where are you?" I said, "I specifically said 8:30. You didn't show up. You're done." Mine is hot. That's my style. Like every man dresses differently. Every man style. Yeah. I know that could be used, but I make that. I'm very hot or cold on that one right there. Where hell no, I made this time. I told you this. You didn't do it. You're done. And she started texting me back out to put her on block. I don't go for that. So some men want to try to dominate her. My thing is, I just like Mr. Ricardo said, the more you start learning yourself, you're going to charge them faster. I'm not going to deal with that.
It's not dominating her, though.
I'm going to just, hey, you're done.
Yeah.
It's not dominating her, though. Go ahead, Zach.
Go ahead, Jay Roman. Speak to it. No, you got to.
No, I'm just when you said the word dominating her, it's not dominating her. She has a choice to be there to understand what's going on or not. It's not dominating her. It's dominating your program for you. And I don't think that a lot of guys really understand that when it comes to this program. It's for you to hold yourself accountable to who you are. And if anybody is going to come in your world, they have to adopt to who you are. Now, me, I'm a little different. I will tell you, I don't like this. That's your one time, because you might not have met a person like me before. You might have thought I was like everybody else, but I'm not. So when it comes on that you understand that, the next time, that's it. Like, you won't even know it. I just don't call back. Like, I'm good.
And even that.
Like, I don't have to explain it to you.
Even that,
grown
what
person.
you're doing.
What you said, Jerome, is not so much me trying to dominate her. This is the way I am. I'm hot or cold about stuff. So I'm
just going off of the word you use.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm just hot or cold about it.
But here's the thing, caller.
Lukewarm.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, caller. Here's the thing. And I want everybody that's listening to what we're talking about. All you're doing is establishing a boundary. So whether even if you dip on her, if you dip on a chick and be like, what you told her was she crossed the boundary. If you do what Justin was saying, basically you're establishing one. So either she crossed it and you're out, or like what you said just now, Jay Roman, you are establishing one. You're letting her know this is a boundary. Hey, don't cross this shit again. Either way, the point when you deal with women, you're letting them know you cannot show up in my life and do what the fuck you want to do here. You can't do that here. And a lot of times when we talk how we talk, you have a lot of guys that be like, oh man, but that sounds rigid. And I'm like, say, bro. So women can just come into your life. Imagine a woman comes into your crib with muddy feet and she just throw her feet on your coffee table. Mm-hmm. That's what guys are letting women do. Like you have
it is rigid.
As a
rigid.
man.
Zach, my program is carved into granite. It's rigid as fuck.
There we go. Yes, it is. It's supposed to be.
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. You know the love tap that we give. People call it love tap. I call it smacking ass. When somebody walk by you, not somebody. When a lady walks by you, right? and got that thing, you smack it, right? Now,
yeah,
I do that a lot. It walks by. I got big hands. Here you go. Now, one lady at one point in time, she smacked me. I was laying in the bed. She was coming from the bathroom, and she smacked my ass. And I rolled over like, hey.
I don't really like that shit.
I don't like that.
I don't like that shit.
Very clearly from the jump. I don't like that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I was very clear. Don't do that. All right. A little bit later on, she did it again.
Oh my God.
So I took her clothes
hell no.
and her possessions. I threw them out in my crib. Okay. She walks out to get it. I closed the door. I locked the door. Now, she knocked on the door as she was getting dressed and knocked on the door. It was happened to be one of my mom's coworkers at the time because I went to go pick my mom up and a coworker, she caught my eye. But anyway, she called my mom. She called my mom, and my mom calls me on the phone and says, "Let that girl back in the house."
Oh my!
And I said, "Mom," I said, "She hit me." She hit me, and I didn't like that. My mom says, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, I said, all right, Mama. Hung up the phone. That was it.
That's it.
She had her keys. She had everything she needed, and that was it. Now, she tried to call, but I didn't like that. That's something that hard and stone. Like everything is not in granite. Yep. Just this whole program is in granite, but that was in granite for me. That was hard and stone, and that was it.
Yeah.
And so that dismissed her. Now, she had her one go. She didn't listen to it.
Right.
Even though I told her very clearly, I don't like that. So
see, right there, Jay Roman, real quick, and caller, I'll pass it to you just a moment. To your point, Jay Roman, when I say something, It's a law now. It's a law now. It's not up for debate. I'm not fucking playing with you. You know what I'm saying? This is not a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a law. Like even with my children, like if they do something and they didn't know that it was an issue, I'll talk to them about it sternly but calmly. But once I say, hey, don't do that shit no more, it's a law now. So now if you do it again, there's consequences behind that. And it's not going to be me talking. But y'all got it.
Yeah, caller, go ahead.
No, I appreciate that, man. It's like we have different. I'm glad for the insight. It's just with me, I'm more of a. There's some things I'm just hot or cold on. There's no in between, and once the boundaries violated, I work on not explaining myself. I do a lot of. I'm very deep on some things. I like to be deep on. That's why I explain myself. But I work on that. But my whole thing is like I said, there are certain standards I have, and I'm not gonna let no pussy. It's like letting money motivate you. It'll take you down a path of no return if you allow it. Same thing with some pussy. I'm not that desperate for it. So it's more of, are these standards met first? If they're gonna be met, cool. If not, you have a nice day. I'll move on. Just that simple.
Yeah, but show women with your actions.
Yeah.
Guys, you will be amazed.
Oh, I do that. I'll tell you. Like the last one I met.
Hold on, caller, listen. Listen, because this isn't just for you. Y'all, real quick, when y'all callers call in and we're talking to you guys and giving you advice, this isn't just for you. It's for a lot of guys listening that might be in your same situation. So what I'm saying is, you'll be amazed if you assert yourself and you're transparent with women, your actions say a lot about you. So a lot of times you can do a lot less talking and a lot more showing women with your actions, and they will fall in line. Caller, real quick, I'll show you how powerful it is, real quick. Sometime back, I was dealing with this young lady, right? And I had met this young lady at a nightclub. Now, she was in her 20s. I think I was in my mid-30s, and she was in her like mid-20s or some shit, right? So I met her at a little club. Now, at the time, I wasn't really doing clubs like that. I just happened to be out, right? So I met the little joint at the nice spot. Now, her and I, we were having a little sexual relationship, right? But what she noticed about me was the club shit, that wasn't really my cup of tea. That was just that one thing. But she was a young chick, and that was her thing. So over time, when we were dealing with each other, she wanted to date me seriously. She wanted to be dated seriously, right? So after some time, she came to me, right? And she said this. She said, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't really go out as much. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, nah, not really. I wasn't really paying attention like that. Now, the point I'm trying to make is she was paying attention to me, and she realized that that wasn't my lifestyle. And she realized I want to date this man seriously. But because I'm a club party girl and he's older, I got a feeling this probably isn't his lifestyle. So let me switch up what I'm doing so I can be more appetizing, more attractive to him beyond just sex. So she was watching me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yeah, I didn't tell her stop going out, stop doing this, right? And I didn't care. We could have kept it a sexual relationship. I didn't give a fuck about dating her seriously. But what I'm saying is, when women see the value in something and you're consistent with your actions, they will see it. You got it.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, Colin.
I appreciate all the game, man.
Yes,
Good
sir.
looking out, man. I appreciate everything. Y'all take care.
All right, man. Have a good one, man. Thanks for supporting the show. All right. Let me see what we got. We got about 20 minutes, guys. Go ahead and call in 844-672-7300. You got any questions or anything you want to discuss in the meantime?
Well, I just want to say this real quick, and then I think we might have a question. So, Jillian, because I just want to point, because this is, for me personally, this is something that's a big deal for me, because she says always call if you're going to be late and always be willing to make up for the inconvenience caused. And what she's talking about is women flaking. And let me just say this, in my opinion, I believe flaking is disrespectful behavior. There are extenuating circumstances. For me, if a woman is running late, for me personally, I prefer to be called, not texted, right? And the reason why I prefer to be called, because if a woman is really feeling you and she's running late and she doesn't want to fuck up the situation, she understands the urgency of letting you know quickly, hey, I'm running late. Because she doesn't want to come off disrespectful at all.
Right. All right. So we got 701. 701, you're on the Manhood is a Skillset show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Yo, this is Nate.
All right. Name, age, and city.
27.
Okay. All right. What's going on? What's your question, man?
So this girl broke up with her ex, right? But she moved her crib by her ex's parents, like right next door. So is this a girl like I should never take serious, right? So I think that's kind of like.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
What?
So I'm assuming. Yeah. No. What he's yeah. Ask a question with a a complete sentence.
Straight to the point.
Kind of like a fragmented run on. Yeah. I mean, I knew what you meant though, but go ahead.
Like this is a girl I should just keep as a fuck buddy since she like moved her crib next to her ex's parents.
Okay.
Wait,
I know what you're
so a girl moved and you're asking if you should keep her as a fuck buddy because she moved?
Right.
No. What he's asking is she moved. Hold on real quick. Caller, I got you. And then I'm gonna answer your question. And I'll
translate this for me.
He's saying he was fucking with a chick. He was fucking with a chick who or he's fucking with a chick that had a boyfriend. She's no longer with him. But where she moved at is close to where his homies live at. Right? Now, this is what I'll ask you, caller.
Hello?
Her family.
Oh, her family, her mom's the ex's mom's house is next door to your
right next to them.
Right next to them. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, but do they have kids? Do they have kids together?
No, they don't got no kids.
I don't see the significance of where she lives.
Let me ask you a question.
Right.
Yeah. What's the point of where she lives then? Like, how does that factor into your situation with her?
I don't know.
What are you worried that if he comes to visit his parents, he gonna stop by your girl's house and smash?
No. I'm not worried about none of that.
So what are we talking about? What's the question, my brother? Can we get to it?
Yeah.
I was thinking like since she lived next to her ex's parents, I was like, I should just keep her as a fuck buddy.
But why? Why is that an issue? That's what we're asking. Caller, hold on real quick before you answer this question.
It's not an issue.
Hold on real quick. Okay, no, caller, no, it is an issue because you called up about it.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Bro, it was weighing on your mind. Look, here's the thing with
caller.
Zach, I hear a bigger question.
Let's do this. Forget where she lives. Forget all that other shit. What was she supposed to be in the first place? What did you decide that she was supposed to be in your life in the first fucking place? What did you decide, brother?
Oh, we just chilling now. I ain't decided on that.
Okay, so what's all this other shit? Why do we care about where she live all of a sudden if we was just chilling and it ain't no big deal? Y'all niggas love to do this shit. Like a girl is not important. It don't matter. She just a fuck buddy. Ain't no big deal. Yet and still you clocking where she live and try to figure all these different things out. If it's not a big deal, then it's not a big deal, right?
All right.
No, man, stand on business, man. Stand on. See, the last caller was lying to himself. The last caller was lying to himself a little bit. You lying to yourself a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you, you got to stop lying to yourself, right? Because you wouldn't have never asked the question if that's how you really felt.
It wouldn't even call it.
So why ask a question that if you don't really feel that way? So I'd rather you just say, yeah, man, I'm thinking about making her my girl. But then she went up and moved right next to her ex-mom's house. Like, this is what I'm considering. That was the question, right?
J. Roman, real quick, caller. Let me say this. And this is what I want people to understand. Real quick, hold on. Listen, caller, listen. And this is important. See, this is why, in my opinion, monogamy has its place our society for the people that want to be in monogamous relationships, but I think also the dynamic of monogamy and sexual exclusivity and what it's supposed to represent. I think like people that are very insecure, possessive, and territorial reside in monogamy, and this is why I say that, brother. This is why I say that I have an ex, right? The mother of my oldest 2 children, right? She was very, very close to my family, right? So although I broke up with her, bro, I would go to the crib and she would be there talking to my mama. Her and my mother were close. Her and my brothers, they considered her a sister, right? Although I never married her, right? So she would be at my parents' house all the fucking time, right? And I wouldn't be there, but she would be there. And it had nothing to do with me. This is how close she was to my family. So what I mean by that is this. Just because you're no longer with a woman doesn't mean she didn't cultivate real relationships with your people. So for me, I don't have, as long as me and a woman, listen, as long as me and a woman are amicable. Now, bear in mind, we share kids too. I want her to have a good relationship with my family. Why wouldn't I? Right? And I understand that woman didn't have kids, but sometimes people have real relationships with people. Yeah, I got it.
So caller, you admit, wait, caller, wait. So you admit that you are worried about it. So I just heard you say, oh, so I shouldn't worry about it then. So you are worried about it, correct?
Like I should have think about it. Like it should have been.
So, but my boy, listen. If she just a fuck buddy and y'all just chilling, why worry about it at all, homie? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Unless you really like the girl and you just don't want to say so.
Well, Miles, you caught it. He said, "Should I keep her as a fuck buddy?" Right. Like asking, as if we should suggest otherwise. Also, like that, like a relationship is on the horizon, or we might suggest that as an option, right? But you smelled it right at the wrong. Miles, you smelled it right out the gate. Like it was like caller. Probably what happened is you started fucking this girl and then you started having feelings for her.
Right.
And now the whole paradigm has shifted of how you see her in the situation. And that's why you're calling in, because you're having this like push pull thing with like, what should I do with this situation? I don't want to get caught up, but I want the girl. Should I do this? Is that manly? Is that not manly? Like you're like questioning all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And so you weren't clear with like what it is that you want and how you see this girl, because your emotions are getting caught up in the situation, which they should never be.
So let me say this. Hold on, caller, real quick, caller. Let me say this, and this is why. Hold on, real quick. Why establishing a sexual relationship is about more than just sex. This is why you have to be responsible. See, this is why if you're going to establish a sexual relationship with a woman where you feel like, oh, all I want is just sex, this is why you have to police yourself. You have to see, one of the things that I like to say is being emotionally unavailable is not a bad thing. Being emotionally unavailable is you making the decision to be present in a moment, but keep your emotions from overtaking your logic. Because what you should be doing is evaluating the woman instead of falling for her, right? You're not evaluating her. You should be just fucking her, right? The fact, and here's the thing, right? If she's doing things that make you say, oh yeah, I can't have a girlfriend that's doing that, then all you got to do is just keep fucking her. But this is what happens, and this is the mistake you make, because I wouldn't be surprised if she's spending the night with you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're cuddling and pillow talking, right? And what's happening is, okay, but no, she is something, right? See, guys, look, it's okay to catch feelings for a chick. You're human. See, you think we're making fun of you because you're catching feelings. No, what's happening is you're catching feelings and you're not being honest with yourself with the fact that you are starting to care for this chick maybe more than what you should. So what you should be doing is policing yourself and catching yourself and saying, you know what? I'm thinking about this woman in ways that's not healthy for me. Right. I'm starting to, because there's a big difference between you having or having a mutual emotional connection with a woman versus you start to feel this uneasy, insecure, emotional attachment where you start to care about shit that you shouldn't. Yeah, I got it.
Right. Yep.
All right. So you have any other questions?
Nah, I got you.
All right. And real quick, how long y'all been dealing?
All right, so this shit from my high school, bro. So
how long y'all been smashing, homie? Just tell me the months or the weeks.
2 weeks. Cause she said
oh no, you're cooked.
No, you're
hey, okay, listen.
He's been crushing on her since Paula, so you've been crushing on her since high school, correct?
No.
You've been crushing on her since high school, right?
No.
Wow.
Hey, be honest. Okay, listen. We're gonna. This is the thing.
Honest, on some real shit.
Okay, listen. I just want everybody to understand, like, you can never really fully be you until you become honest with yourself.
Well,
right?
I'm being honest, bro.
So, no, you weren't really being honest, because at first this was just a girl that you didn't really care about, but you worrying about where she's moving to. If you don't really care about her, you wouldn't care about what she's moving to.
Bro, that's why I met her. Like,
we already went past that, so we're past that now. So my thing is this, okay?
Yeah, we passed it.
2 weeks. 2 weeks you've been smashing this girl.
How many times in those 2 weeks?
How many times in the 2 weeks?
I would say at least
honest.
3 times a week, bro.
Look, caller. Answer
How much?
3 times.
Answer the question how we asked the question. How many times did you smash the girl in a 2 week span? Just answer the fucking question exactly like that.
At least 3 times.
Excuse me?
3 times.
At least 3 times. Yeah. 3 times.
At least 3 times within 2 weeks.
So that means it could be more.
No. 3 times a week.
Oh,
That's no. So that's what I'm saying, caller.
Okay, God damn it.
3 plus 3 is 6.
Guys, hold on. That's what I'm trying to explain to the caller. We're not here to be like at least this many times. I need to know, did you smash in 14 days that y'all been fucking?
6 times. 6 times.
6 times. Thank you so much. Lord have mercy.
Jeez.
God damn. Y'all motherfuckers. Yo, if you're gonna play the law, I would just throw all y'all motherfuckers in jail for perjury, straight up. Cause y'all can't answer a fucking question. That's what it got.
Yeah.
That's 4 times too many.
This is what I want to point out.
That's facts.
This is what I want to point out. This is what I want to point out, and I want to go back to the video that we just saw, we just saw, but we saw earlier. So, because she's moving, you're just a fun thing. See, she made a conscious decision to be emotionally unavailable with you because she knows what it is. She knows it's just a temporary fun thing. But for you, you are emotionally invested in the situation, right? And here's the thing. Again, why establishing a sexual relationship is more than just sex, because you allow your feelings to creep into the equation, and now you're projecting. And this is what women do. This is why when guys talk about love or wanting to be loved or wanting to dole out their love or wanting to fall in love, y'all sound like females, right? Because what you end up doing is you have these feelings for her and you project them, and then you make her responsible to reciprocate those same feelings you have. And that's what women do with men. This is why you have a lot of women complaining about, he just wants to fuck me and use me. No, he never promised you anything but sex. But because you have feelings for him, you think he should service your feelings and automatically reciprocate that same energy. And that's not how life works. Y'all got it.
After hearing all this, caller, what do you say? Like, what is your thoughts?
I'm gonna just be cool. Stop being emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that though? and I say that with all sincerity of being honest about it, because you say she's been crushing on you or whatever, but
I'm gonna have to dip.
You're gonna have to dip now.
Be like, I'm not gonna. You said what?
What do you mean you have to dip? What does that mean?
If I start catching, like, if I notice I start catching feeling, I'm gonna just dip. Like,
but caller, you fucked the girl 6 times in only 4 days. You are already emotional, my boy. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, bruh. That's why you couldn't just answer the question straight up and down, because you already knew you was fucking it. You fucking on her way too much. You're giving her too much time and attention. That's why when you found, like, how did the conversation come about for you to find out where she's moving to and the fact that she was moving close to where her ex family.
Like when she was with her ex, that's when she moved there. Like,
so how did you find out? How was this a conversation?
because she said so she hit me up, and then we started talking, and then she's like, she's in the process of kicking her boyfriend out.
So wait. So stop. So this is a fuck buddy who hits you up so she can have conversations with you about her relationships and her issues. So are you sure? No, caller, no, stop it. Stop it, my bro. Stop.
You're not listening, bro.
No, we're listening very well. You said she wasn't nothing. You said she was just a fuck buddy. So why is she calling you up and discussing issues about her situation in relationships, homie?
She was in a 6-year relationship.
You know a whole lot about that bitch. Caller, this is the problem. Caller, real quick. I need you to listen very carefully. And then once I'm done speaking, I'm going to pass it back to you. Caller, listen. Stop talking. Listen, I need you to listen. I'm gonna say something in a minute. I'm gonna pass it back to you. I'm gonna phrase it in form of a question. So, this is what I heard you say. You said it was a chick. You had already been familiar with her while she was actively in a relationship. You said she hit you up, bro. Stop talking. Why does this nigga keep talking? Bro, let me finish what I'm saying.
I gotta correct you because you're not saying what I'm saying.
No, right, because we could see the look. You don't have to explain how seaworthy the ship is.
I'm repeating what you said
because we can see the holes.
Hold on, real quick. I'm repeating exactly what the fuck you said. You said she hit you up and said I was gonna be breaking up with my boyfriend. Let me just say this: women are very calculating. They don't do shit and say shit just to say and do it, right? So the fact that she hit you up and she said, hey, I'm going to be breaking up with my boyfriend. The reason why she did that, she had an agenda. Bro, stop fucking talking and listen, nigga. I'm going to pass it back to you. If I'm wrong, then tell me I'm wrong when I'm done. Now, the fact that she hit you up and said, I'm leaving my boyfriend. She was putting you on notice. She had an agenda. Hey, I'm going to be living my boyfriend. She was basically looking for a soft place to land. Her agenda was to have another guy to kick it with right after she left her man. She already had plans for you. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got it.
Yeah, that's probably what she's doing, but hey.
I want you to correct what you think we got wrong.
You're following her. That's the problem.
What do you think we got wrong?
I'm not following her. Actually, she's.
Yes, you are. Oh my god.
Caller,
it's all good.
Yeah, caller, what's your name? Caller?
Fellas, it's all good. My man, you're doing it just fine. You're good.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
You what's this? Unique? What's your name, caller?
Nathaniel or Nate, whatever.
Nate.
Go ahead and correct us on what you think we got wrong.
Nah, you guys. I'm being emotional, bro. You guys are right.
Okay. Because you're in love.
So what she is to you is a little different than what you said. She was a friend from high school who y'all talk all the time, and then y'all just started fucking 2 weeks ago because she broke up with a boyfriend.
No. From high school, we stopped talking because she got into a relationship.
Okay, but I'm saying you knew her from high school. Y'all was cool in high school, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means she was already a friend. She was already an acquaintance. Yeah, and y'all, and once she broke up with a boyfriend, y'all started having. She came to you with her quote unquote issues and problems. Yes.
Right. What do you mean?
Yo, why is it so hard for you to? All right, caller. You can't call us for help or game if you can't admit to shit, bro. That's clearly there. No, like my nigga, like what are we doing, bro?
Caller.
What are we doing?
Okay. Hold on, real quick, caller. Let me say this. Caller, my brother. Let me say this. I need you to understand what's happening. I need you to understand how you. I'm gonna break it down to you how you got caught up.
I'm listening. I'm
gonna break it down to you, right? And this is something that a lot of women do. Okay, she emotionally manipulated you, and she used the fact that she already knew you were attracted to her. I'm telling you, she used that knowledge, right? So this is what she did, and this is how you got caught up. See, she could have just came to you for dick, but that's not what she did. She came to you with her problems. And because you already had a crush on her, and I hate the word crush because that's a feminine word, but because you already had a crush on her, you were a empathetic listening ear. You were a shoulder to cry on. So she brought to you her emotional throw up. That's what she threw up on you, just all her emotions because of her long relationship. The fact that you know it was 6 years, I'm sure she told you all the shit that he did wrong and all the night she was crying, right? So what happens is, the moment she came to you with, I'm leaving him already, she had you roped in emotionally. She had you in her Charlotte's web of emotions. So when you started fucking her, it wasn't just sex. You were already emotionally invested because she got you with her emotional manipulation by telling you about her problems. Do you not understand that?
No, I hear you now.
See,
yeah,
real quick, caller, when she came to you and said, now, this is what you should have did, and you would have been in a better position. When she came to you with her problems, you should have been like, oh, damn, y'all breaking up? Damn, it's probably stressful as hell. Well, look, I heard that sex is a great stress reliever. So if you need some steady dick to help you get over that, I'm your guy. That's what you should have did, and just kept it sexual. Nothing. Don't talk about nothing. Just texting, phone calls. Set up sexual rendezvous. That's it. Because she's breaking up with her man. She's already telling you, you're my rebound. Okay. Not only are you my sexual rebound, you are my emotional rebound. And what you should have said is, no. I'm gonna drop off dick like Uber Eats, but the emotions, we're leaving that out of it. That's what you should have did. Y'all got it.
Well, I just think that Caller, you should just get rid of the girl. Just call her, like, when you're done with us. Just call her up or message her and just say, hey, we're done here.
We're done.
And Alpha, no explanation. She's like, why? She says, yeah, I'm just done.
Yeah.
And leave it at that. Block her, whatever, because she's gonna want to find out.
Yeah,
and if you can do that, then your original statement of what she is stands. If you can't do that, then that's an indication of the truth of everything that we've been saying.
Yep. All right, caller.
And do that because I fucked up?
No, do that because you can.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
No, don't do that because you fucked up. Do that because you can. And if you can't, well, then everything we said is true.
If I don't have to, I'm not trying to do that. Like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, you're right. You're looking for a reason to keep her on because you like her, bro. Just say it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't do it, if she's just some hole to fuck, right? And she doesn't mean nothing, then breaking her off doesn't do anything. But if you find it difficult, then it's truth that we're saying here, that you have feelings, you're invested, you like her.
No, what I'm saying is, like, break it off for what reason, though? Like, I don't have
because you can.
Caller, let me ask you a question. Do you and this woman, caller, do you and this woman ever argue? Do y'all ever go back and forth? Are you concerned about who?
Not one. Nope, zero.
Okay.
This is nostalgia.
Then what's the problem? Here's the thing, caller. If you and her,
you said what?
This is nostalgia. Do you know what that means? This is from this high school crush that you finally get a hold of. You guys are probably talking in high school, and then she met an older dude, and she got in a relationship for the last 6 years. Is this the guy that took her?
Well,
no. You know the reason why? You asked the reason why. Why
is this the guy that took her?
Off? You asked the reason why. I said to break it off. Break it off because you don't know the fuck you're doing. That's why.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Is this the guy that took her?
Pretty much.
When you guys were talking, is this the guy that took her?
Yeah.
Yeah. He took her off the market.
Yeah. Okay. I knew it. Okay. So, you guys were talking in high school. This is the older dude that came up, swooped her up, took her for the last 6 years. She's probably admitting to you in these ears that she missed you. Okay. All right, bro. I can't trust nothing you say, really, because
is this
caller?
You haven't said nothing solidifying.
Is this Rekka?
Nah, this ain't Rekka, bro.
I got the same accent. But I'm gonna let you go. We got other guys trying to call in, bro.
Okay.
I'm tired of you denying every fucking thing. Take it easy. Have a great day. Yeah. Guys,
say-
call 313, call in 509. Go ahead and call in. All right, we got 509. 509. You're on live. You're with the Manhood is a Skillset show. Name, age, city. How can we help? 509. 509 going once. 509 going twice. All right. All right. Let me get this other call. Okay. We got 313. 313. 313. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skillset show. Name, age, city. How can we help you? 313. Go ahead.
What's going on? This is Mike, 28.
Okay. What's up, man? What's your question?
My question is, in y'all's opinion, is a fuck buddy worth leaving? I mean, is a woman who really loves you worth leaving for a fuck buddy that's more fun?
If that's what you want to do.
No.
The woman that
let me get him. Hold on. Let me talk to him. Let me get him. No. Hold on. Real quick. Okay. So this is where discipline comes in at. And I'm assuming that you're probably cheating. I'm assuming that because technically it's not a fuck, but if you're cheating, that's the woman you're cheating with is not a fuck buddy. That's like your side chick, right? That's not because here's the thing, right? And this is where the discipline comes in at. You should never leave your main chick for a new chick. You should never, because what that suggests is that the main chick has a role she's undeserving of. Either that, or you're trying to give the new chick a role she's undeserving of. And you said
second was
the other chick is, yeah, but you said she's more fun. Now, my question is, why don't you just make them both your girlfriend?
Wait, since when have women become fun?
The other fuck buddy that or my side chick, she don't we got to understand that she don't want nothing serious. She fuck other dudes I know about. She know what I got going on.
And that's fun.
So why do you want to make her your girl then if she don't want to go that route? Why do you want to make her your girl?
Well, like I said, I mean, she fun. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. Like we
they go to Dave and Buster's and shit.
Caller. Do you not hear yourself? You said out of your own mouth that she doesn't want to be serious. So,
right.
Real quick, I'm gonna pass it back to y'all. I just want to say this real quick. Have y'all noticed a common theme with these guy callers that they're catching feelings, but the women aren't?
Pussy worship.
Y'all noticing that shit? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So what's fun again about
that's my
side
question.
chick? What's so fun about her?
The side chick, I mean, she just wild. She a free spirit. She do whatever the fuck she want to do. In other words, the side chick don't listen to you. What you mean?
Exactly. So here's the thing. The reason why you don't know which girl to go with is because you're following behind both women. Both of these women are running your life because you don't have a program. If you had your own program and a masculine identity, you would look at it and say to yourself, okay, which one of these chicks are congruent with who I am as a man? And that's the one I'm going to reward with more of my time. But the chick that's just good to smash, that's all I'm gonna be doing with her because she has nothing to do with my masculine identity. But you don't know what your masculine identity is, so you're confused. And that's why that's why the prospect of fun is enticing to you, because being that you don't have an identity, you don't have a masculine identity, you're just being hedonistic at this point. And you're young too. How old are you again? You're in your 20s, correct?
28. He says 28.
He's 28. Yeah. You a young cat, right? So you're not really worried about all that serious stuff, and you have no identity, right? You're just kind of existing, and whichever chick wanna quote unquote be fun at this point is the one you're more interested in because you don't really know what you're doing with your life.
Do you live with your girl?
Well, I mean, he's right. He's not wrong.
I'm not saying that to offend you. I'm keeping it all the way real, homie. That's all.
That's true.
That's true. Man, that's some real damn.
Do you live with your girl?
Yeah, but real quick, my bad, real quick, because this is important.
You live by yourself.
Oh, you live by yourself. Cool. Real quick, let me say this. So the fact that Miles is right, I want guys to understand the difference between good leadership and piss poor leadership. The fact that you know Miles is right suggests that the way that you're moving, you're going to ruin this woman's life. Or not even ruin her life, but you're going to fuck her up. Right? Because if as a man, if you don't know what you're doing, and if you have a woman who cares about you, who believes in what you guys are doing, but you don't even believe in what you're doing with her yourself, but she believes in it, bruh, you're going to fuck this chick up.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do that because I do have strong feelings for her. Like, I love her too, and I don't want to do that to her. It's just
how did your girl become your girl
but
if she's not as fun as you like?
Good question.
Because she has other qualities that I'm attracted to. She's a great woman. She benefits my life outside of sex. Like, I enjoy our sex, but she has other benefits to me.
Okay.
Great benefits.
So let me clarify this.
But you want to kick her out of your life.
Let me clarify this. So there's the side chick. She's more fun sexually. Is that correct? Is that what you mean? Like she's more sexually adventurous.
That's it. What'd you say?
I'm asking, is the side chick more fun because she's more sexually adventurous?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So part of the thing is that you have the ability to teach any woman to be sexually any way you want them to be. If they don't, then that is a barrier within them, or there's an incompatibility there. In which case you say, okay, this can only go so far, and you can either choose to just keep it at that limit or just change up the woman, right? Change women, right? But if she's willing to follow you and take instruction and say, hey, you know what? I like my dick sucked like this. I want you to dress like this. I want you to do this. You can watch videos together and say, hey, I want you to. I literally train my girls to do exactly what I want them to do, like exactly with like videos shit, and I correct them, and it goes through a whole training process so that they can present themselves as I want them to be. Because they want to be able to please me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about just finding the girl who's like already that. Like, I actually don't want a woman who's like packaged already and all that shit. Like, I want to mold them to what I want specifically. You know what I'm saying? So what that means is that it calls into question, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? And get very clear with what it is that you want. And then you can relay this to the woman. You can relay this to the woman to exactly what you want. So that girl that you with that has a lot of qualities that you really appreciate, that's fantastic. All you got to do is just teach her how you want her to be, and be very specific, and don't be afraid.
Here's the problem.
This goes back to, hang on, Zach. This goes right back to what I was talking about before about being scared of giving instructions. Don't be scared. Just say, hey, this is what I like. You don't have to be an asshole about it, but just say, hey, this is what I like. Let me show you. Let me instruct you. And actually, just trust me, she will get wet from that in that scenario of you teaching her how to do something. Trust me.
All right. Let me jump in here real quick. Hold on, caller, real quick. Hold on, real quick, caller. Caller, real quick. Let me jump in here because there's a lag, and I need to get this point off, and also we're in overtime. Let me say this. And it goes back to leadership, because let's think about what you're doing. You're meeting women, and instead of dictating and cultivating what you want, you're just accepting what they bring. And you're saying, oh, I like that quality. That's why I want her here. But you're not cultivating a situation where you get more out of a woman than just what she's bringing, right? So even a woman that you really like sexually, okay, she might not have the attributes that the other woman has, but you are accepting the fact that she has sex like you like, whereas you can cultivate the same thing from the other woman. See, this is where sexual confidence comes in. Part of being sexually confident is not just in your ability to sexually satisfy the woman that you're dealing with. It's also an ability to articulate and communicate your sexuality to women, meaning telling women what you like, showing them what you like. Carla, I have to show women how to do shit. I had to show women. I had to put on music and show chicks how to ride my dick the way I like. I had to hold their hips, put on the music, and say, "Now ride the dick to that beat," right? Right, literally, especially white chick. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how to, but you know what I'm just saying. All right, so my point is this. My point is this. is you can cultivate what you like, but y'all need to stop expecting women to show up. And I think Justin said it earlier, and be a ready-made package. Show women, right? And that's the best way. If you really want women to really, really be submissive to you, instead of just accepting what they bring, tell them what you require and have them adapt to that shit.
Facts. Yep. So, caller, you got to know what you require. You got to learn yourself and learn what you require. Get your masculine identity right. You get what I'm saying? And then tell the women from there. And you could, and more than likely, if you do it right, you could keep both of them as long as you know how to manage it. You get what I'm saying? So,
shit, Miles, he could bring them both in if he does it right.
Exactly. But you got to have your own program set.
That's
right
what
now,
I'm saying. He can have them both.
And you just follow them behind.
You really need to get with somebody too, because
well, this is the thing. My girlfriend, I've had the conversation. She's not into the other stuff that the other girl's into. That my girlfriend's not.
Guarantee.
No. Hold on, real quick. Time out. No. Caller. No. Caller, you're not understanding. Real quick. A lot of you guys, because you don't really understand things, you can have two girlfriends that are not bisexual, right? You can. There are women. Caller, listen to me. There are women out here who are not bisexual that have no problem with watching you because they're into voyeurism. Just like the girl you're fucking might be into exhibitionism. She's into being, she likes being watched. And you have another woman that likes watching, right? And see, when you understand your own sexuality, you understand how to get to the depths of a woman's sexuality, and you can peep what they're into. Also, you can get them to be into things they may have never thought they would like. But because you're introducing them to shit, right? Because you can take both of these women. You could have been set that up where one chick is watching you fuck the other chick, and you literally got two girlfriends.
Yep.
Mike, I think
my girlfriend's not doing that. You're not hearing.
Mike.
You don't know that.
Mike. Let me tell you this, Mike. She might not do it for you because you didn't cultivate it. So
exactly.
what I'm telling you right now is it's going to take work. They're describing something that's going to take work, because with both of these ladies, you took what they brought and you didn't cultivate any of it.
That's right.
That girl brought freakiness, and so you took it. Your girl brought certain things you like, and so you took it, but you didn't cultivate anything. What they're requiring you to do is to start working and cultivating what you want. Mm-hmm. And the first thing that needs to happen is having that program, which is for you, so they can start understanding this is what I like. Just like you can say that one is freaky, but the reason why you're comparing it to your girl, because your girl does other stuff that the freaky one you don't think she could do. Exactly. Right? She probably won't be this way for me like my girl is.
My bad, J-Rum. Let me say this real quick. And caller, this is what you don't understand. The fact that you have at least one chick who knows you're dealing with other women and she's still down, you don't understand that that's the foundation for women sharing you and then you influencing how you want the relationship to go. Mm-hmm. Where it ain't just fucking, where it's an actual relationship. That's the foundation. Now you just need two women who know about each other. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it takes work. You can't be a passenger in your own life when you do this stuff.
Yeah, it takes work. Yeah,
you're going to have to.
And we don't want to be hiding from women, because that's what little boys do. They take the cookie from the cookie jar and they're like, I didn't do it. What cookie? There's no cookie, right? That's what little boys do, right? Men don't hide their lives. They don't hide any aspect of who they are, especially to women, right? It just shows that there's immaturity going on there. But I'll say this to the caller and to anybody else who's listening, but the women are vastly more sexual than men are. Their minds are so fucking vast and wild, you would not believe. It would make most men's balls. It would make most men's balls curdle to know the things that women think about when they think about them. Yes. Right?
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Real quick. I know y'all got to go. Two things, Mr. Justin, real quick. Well, number one, on the honesty thing, I have been honest with my girlfriend. I've told her that I've been with other women, and it hurts her. It hurts her because it hurts her. So I got to manage that and do these things. So I have been honest, right? Now, do I tell her every time I'm about to go fuck somebody? No, I don't do that. But I have been honest. That's number one. Okay. Number two, the side chick I'm talking about, you are so right, man. Like, she's into like threesomes. She let me fuck her with another dude. Just shit, just wild shit. Like, you right about that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. See, caller, right there. Okay, right.
What I'm
stop
saying,
calling right
though,
there. Caller, right there,
ahead,
right there,
Selig.
right there. Real quick. Real quick. Caller, how old are you again?
28.
How old are you?
Mike's 28.
So this is what you're discovering about yourself. You like that lifestyle better than the monogamy lifestyle. That's what you're discovering.
Not really.
Not really. So what you and this is why it's important. You said what?
Really. And I said no. That's not
you said
true.
What?
It to be in
you
a
said
relationship.
Not really.
So
he likes the freakiness.
Wait, if who wanted to be in a relationship? The crazy one?
Right. If the side chick was like right now, like, look, I'm ready to do it right now because I've been kicking it with her over a year too. So I'm not just out off the limb.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right. My bad. All right, I'm confused about who wants the relationship. My bad.
Let me ask you a question. Would you be in a relationship with the side with this side one, the one you've been sharing with your friends?
You said, would I be in a relationship with her?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so my thing is this.
See, I just said that. I just said that he likes the lifestyle. You must like. So wait a minute, real quick. So do you think you're going to get into a relationship with her and it's going to be sexually exclusive? Is that what you think?
I mean, it could or it couldn't happen. I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, it's all pussy. It's all pussy based. It's all pussy based. The reasoning of wanting to get with her is purely based around sexuality. That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Like I'd be willing to get into a relationship with that. You said I want to be in a relationship with that girl. You said it's purely sexual. It's purely sexual. Listen, caller, keep the side girl where she is. Keep the relationship that you're in with where she is, and learn to fucking cultivate the sexuality that's in your woman right now. Because trust and believe, there's just as much of a freak inside her than there is the girl who's on the side. The girl on the side has just had men to cultivate that out of her so that she's comfortable with it. Okay?
Exactly.
Trust and believe that type of woman is inside your girlfriend, right? It's just she hasn't been with the men to bring it out. So you could be.
She hasn't been turned out yet. She hasn't been. See, caller,
you could be that guy. And listen, caller. I've got a book on my website. Okay, it's called How to Be a Dominant Lover. Go to my website and purchase that book. All right, it will yeah. I'll put it in the chat.
Let me a dominant lover. How to be a dominant lover.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. For all you guys, if you're dealing with a woman and she's into that type of lifestyle, threesomes, gangbangs, and all of that, for you to think you're going to take her and get into a sexually exclusive relationship, are you insane? She loves that lifestyle. Why would you try and that?
No, but see, here's the thing, caller. The problem is not the possibility. The problem is that you're not dictating the terms. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
Well, because we have an understanding. She don't want to be. We have that understanding. Right?
But the bottom. No, here's the thing though. When I forgot who asked you about. I think it was Kay. When Kay Zagan asked you about the exclusivity, your answer was, well, it could happen or it could not. Yeah. And the point I
don't know.
That's the caller. Listen. You're not hearing me. The fact that you can say the words, I don't know, concerning your relationships with any woman, that is the problem. I'm saying
on my terms too. Maybe I do or don't want to have that with her.
No, it's not on your terms. It's not on your terms.
I'm going to sit here and tell you this.
Caller, real quick. Let me say this real quick. Caller, you're not dating any of these women on your terms. That chick, she introduced you to a lifestyle. You didn't introduce her to anything. The type of sex she's having with you is the type of sex she likes. You just happen to like it now too. Y'all got it.
I bet she likes all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
You went from the from the 4 lane to the 1 lane. You gone. The speed on it.
She is turning you out, caller. She is turning you out. That's the difference. Yeah. And see, this woman is turning you out. I bet you she's been to sex parties and all of that. And you think you can tame that. No, brother. You can't do that.
All right, man. It's about that.
You personally can't do that. Okay. All right, let's get about it.
I personally can. I personally can.
I don't think you want to, because you'd have been if you were really into this.
No,
you would have been trying to cultivate this in your girl.
No, you cannot. You think you can, but you can't.
No, yeah.
I definitely can.
Okay, caller. Go to the Dominance Academy.
Yeah, dominancecademy.com. I put the link for the book right in the chat.
Yeah. Go holler at Mr. Justin, caller. We appreciate you, man.
All right.
Take it easy.
That's definitely your ego talking.
You're gonna be in the corner crying.
What's so funny? Yeah, what's so funny, real quick, as we close this out, is guys who have never dealt with a woman on their terms saying, "Oh, I can get a woman on my terms." Bro, you ain't done it yet.
Right.
You ain't, crawl before you can walk. I'm saying, let's get up out of here.
Shout out to all the hard-headed callers that called in today. It's been, it's nice every once in a while to handle stone in our hands and say, "Oh man, that's hard." Wow.
Yeah.
After dealing with compliant women all the time, it's nice to have that contrast.
That's what's up. All right, guys.
Hey, doesn't it kind of get you? Why am I even talking right now? I don't normally talk this long.
Guys, get your soap, man, and check us out. Real Game No Theory tomorrow at 12 noon. Yeah, man. Oh, and guys, get on the Masculine Identity membership. Our special guest will be Mr. Lucario. We're gonna be going over the art of flirting. So make sure you get on the Masculine Identity membership to be a part of the 11 p.m. Zoom call, Monday night masterclass Zoom call. All right, guys. Anything else y'all want to plug before we get up out of here?
Oh, good here.
Real quick. Again, Real Game No Theory tomorrow, 11 Central, 12 noon. Also, I recently dropped a video basically talking about dealing with women as if it's a foregone conclusion, that it was carved in stone that ass is yours, right? That inner confidence. Yeah, I got it.
All right, guys. So we are out, man. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks to all the callers, everybody in the chat.